Hello, everyone. How is it going? I hope you're doing super, super well. My name is Holly Renee. If you don't know who I am the founder of Home for the Healer, and I support healers in their journey as you support so many. And today I have a message for you. It's very loud out here. I know you probably can't hear it as much because of my microphone, but it is loud. And this is a part of the message. Life feels really loud for you right now. There's a lot happening. Doesn't mean it has to be bad. It could be great. It could be difficult. But for the collective that I'm speaking to and have been speaking to, whether you're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, it doesn't matter. It's almost like things are just so loud that it's kind of hard to hear. And I feel like this is for intention. The divine is really coming through to be like, I'm intentionally kind of making life loud, or you're intentionally having to figure out how to hear my voice in the loud aspects of like the world. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like you're participating in somewhat of an initiation process to teach you about your mission and to teach you about what you're meant to be doing in this life journey. And yesterday on Instagram, I asked what video you guys wanted to see next. And there were a couple, like, just advice from spirit and also about your mission. And this is not that video. I just felt like I needed to bring this message forth today. But I feel like there is a message here, though, that wants to come through about your mission. Hopefully, the wind isn't too loud, but it's fine. Is the fact that sometimes we gain so much information and clarity from the divine to shift who we are to become the person that we're meant to be for our mission, that at the exact same time we could also be downloading and getting information from all sources, and sometimes those sources are not for the highest good. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. um, you really just need to be protecting yourself mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally, not just from the spiritual realm, but from the people and the things that you're listening to. Some of you might be obsessive. I was getting this message the other day that I felt I needed to share. Some of you are like obsessive with like reading cards or watching TikTok channel readings or watching pick a cards about like your future or reels or whatever it is. Like you're obsessed. Or if people are like, who wants a card? And every time you're like, me, I need it, I need it. And the divine wants to remind you that your answers to what's happening in your life are not going to come through that way. Sometimes they may, right? You might get inspiration or you might get like clarity or comfort, but you and I both know that the more you search for the things that you need, the more difficult it is to obtain. Does that make sense? And so through that process, the divine is like, you need to be listening to me. You need to be listening to yourself. You need to be connecting in with what is. And I hear some of you saying, I am, though. I am, and I'm not getting the message. This is where the chaos comes in. This is where the loudness comes in. You're being asked to learn and discern what the voice of the divine is and what the voice of your ego is, because these two things are imperative to understand inside of your mission. And some of you might be like, I already know. But do you? Because the ego, the shadow, whatever you want to call it, there's a butterfly, that's the divine coming through to let you know that the ego and the shadow is very good, very, very good at making you think it is your higher self. There's an illusion there. And I just saw this in the back of the deck. There's another butterfly there, the divine coming through. The divine will never tell you something that is going to put you in a position of fear. The divine will, well, hold on, I need to pull back, because the divine may tell you something that you're meant to do that could invoke some type of fear because of like, I don't know how I'm going to do that or how that's going to work out. So there's that. And that's where it gets difficult. And that's what they're trying to bring up here. It also could be the divine's asking you to sit pretty, to sit back, to honor where you're going and what you're doing in the movement and the process of your mission and your life at this time. And some of you are struggling to do that because logically it doesn't make sense to just sit back. And so you're confused. You're like you're like, how am I supposed to sit back when all of this stuff is piling up in front of me? And I feel like the divine's telling me to trust. I feel like the divine's telling me to sit. I feel like the divine's telling me to keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm not sure how I can handle this lump of shit that keeps piling up. So am I actually hearing the divine? Am I actually being deceived? which way is up. That's like genuinely how I'm feeling. And again, this is the divine's way of initiating you into a portal of understanding of what its voice is. Okay? You guys know, if you learn from me in any way, that I teach the Holly Renee method, and that's connecting through the thoughts. And that can be really difficult at times because our thoughts are filled with many different types of thoughts. And I'll tell you that the whisper of the divine is just that, a whisper. The loud thoughts and fears is that pest in your mind that is not of the divine. Listen to the whispers of your heart, and the way that you hear it the most is by silencing the mind. And the way you do that is by calling upon the light and commanding that the thoughts become silent, commanding that the things that are not in service of your highest good become silent, and ask the divine to speak prophetically, speak intentionally life and light over your thoughts, over your mind, over your spirit, over your mission, over what you're meant to be doing. Some of you are stepping into something greater than you can see at this point. Eyes may be on you, eyes may be watching you. This could be a promotion at work. This could be stepping into your mission even more. This could be starting your business, whatever feels good for you. But it's like you're stepping into a time and a period where things are not going to be the same. I keep wanting to tell you that the things that you're seeing piling up in front of you will be taken care of, and they are protected. But there is a fear-based energy there, and it's almost like, do you need to look at that energy? Do you need to address it so that you can let it go? Because it might not be as big as you think. As soon as you do, it's really going to bring this like paradigm. Honestly, I'm feeling everything is going back to trust. Every single one of you watching this, if you're resonating with this message, which if you're still watching, I would assume you are, trust. The initiation is to find trust. Some of you have felt so abandoned by people in your life and things in your life, and also from the divine, because you have correlated your resources or your survival with the divine. So if you feel like those were not brought to you, then you've correlated the fact that the divine doesn't have your back. And so it's like, how can I trust you when you've kind of let my life fall apart, or you've let my relationship fall apart, you've let my kids go to this, or you've let things happen out of my control. And what I'm hearing is, with difficulty brings growth. In the darkness, you've never been alone. Through the shadow, you have been held. There's a difference, the divine is saying. There's a difference between walking through the shadow with something that leaves you there and says, figure it out, I'll be back when you're ready, or come find me when you're done. There's a difference between that, and there's a difference between walking through the shadow with the divine, because the divine comes with you with the light and holds you. And maybe it can't do the things for you, it can't fight the battles for you, but it can bring you the support and the light and the assistance that you need while you're navigating the dark. And it's important to understand that darkness will not prevail. The light always, always, always wins, always. And even when you're afraid of what's to come, you must understand that every aspect of which you are moving through and learning is an opportunity for you to pass on to someone else. This could be to your kids, to your friends, to your family, to your clients, to an audience that you have. It just depends, right, on your situation. So I'm hearing the mission is to be empowered in who you are and to have confidence in your truth. Why not you, is what I'm hearing. Why not you? That's the question you need to be asking. Divine, why do I feel like I cannot do this? Why do I feel like I cannot step into this power? Why do I feel like this mission is too big for me? Why do I feel like I am not enough? And it goes back into the video that I made yesterday about feeling worthy of receiving. Some of you have been working on your receiving and you've been doing a really good job, and now you're being asked to look at this in a deeper level. Why are you not worthy of receiving the word from the divine? Why are you not worthy of receiving the understanding, the clarity, so that then you may create in a physical way? I'm looking at my notebook here, and I turned for some reason to a journal entry on 11/11. And so for some of you, 111 might be significant, or that might be a sign for you. When I see 111 or 11/11, that to me is a yes. So whatever I'm thinking about is what it is. I also just saw 1013 on the timer, and anytime I see 113, that's about being worthy. So again, you're worthy of having this life, or this experience, this paradigm shift, this activation that's going to lead you into a position that is very different than what you've experienced now. And you're going to see the abundance in all things, the gratitude in all things. And I feel like some of you have already gone through a really long path of discovery, of self discovery, of discovering your mission or what you're meant to do or your purpose. Those of you that already kind of know or feel like you're in it, this is your confirmation that you are, and that you're ready for the next level, that you're worthy of being, I'm hearing the mouthpiece. To dragonfly. So for some of you, if dragonflies are strong for you, then this is a heavy message for you as well. Start asking the divine to make, okay, here, this is really going to be good. I'm going to leave you with this. This is your assignment, okay? Your other assignment is to comment below and like and subscribe, because let me tell you something. I have been giving messages every day on all the platforms, and I've been feeling so excited to like be the support for you through the divine. I'm finally doing like what I've always wanted to do in my business, and it really helps me if you do that. Because what I do by showing up in this way is completely free, right? I don't get paid to do this yet, besides, of course, in my business. So it does help me to be able to kind of, it's a beautiful energy exchange. So as I give to you, you can give back to me by liking and commenting and subscribing and spending time with me in this way. There's a dove, again, peace. So here's the assignment. The assignment is for you to ask the divine to make it very clear in your mind when it's talking to you, and make it very, very clear in your mind when the ego is talking. Maybe you can ask the divine, like, change the frequency, or give me some type of indication within my body, right? If it's the divine speaking, let me know through chills. If it's the ego or the shadow speaking, let me know through my gut. Look, you can't see. I'm all, look, come over here, butterfly, fly over here. If that butterfly flies by, I'll die. But just like being very clear, right? Of like, because that is the mission right now, is that you can hear the divine's voice. That's like, I hope I'm not getting this message mixed up with the messages I've done so many messages today. I did so many on TikTok and Instagram, separate ones. Usually I post one channeled message for each platform and I just share it everywhere, but today I was like, I'm going to post different ones on different platforms. The birds are fighting. So it's like this fight in your head of like, what's the ego, what's the divine, and you're being asked to be brought into this initiation. But again, as I always teach you guys, you have to ask bigger questions. It's not just like the surface level stuff, like, why is this happening to me? Like, no, make it clear to me, divine. Make it clear when you're the one speaking. Make it clear when my ego is trying to deceive me from not following and trusting. Okay, so figure out what that is, connect with the divine, and ask. I'm going to go now. I hope you guys have the best day. Again, hang out with me if you feel like it. I've been showing up a lot more here and on my other platforms. If you're not already following me on Instagram and TikTok, I do messages every single morning. Check it out down below. And I'm going to start posting a lot more here as well, because it feels very much like that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like a lot of you really need a lot of support and messages from the divine at this time because of the loud energy. And so I'm here to bring that forth for you. The butterfly's back. Can you come over here? I'm so distracted. And so if you need any more support or anything, my courses are all up for donation basis. I have memberships and things like that. If you want to jump in there, you totally can. I would love that. Let me know what's going on down below. It helps me to be able to help you even more, right? Of course, the divine knows what you need and will give me the messages. And also, I'm happy to support you, pray for you, whatever. So if you have something you need prayers about, or you just need me to keep you in your thoughts, please comment down below and I am happy to do that. Make sure you're grounding yourself, love yourself. You got this, okay? I love you so much. I hope you have the best day ever. It is so loud out here. Okay, bye.